LSU going to College Station on Saturday, the game of Week 9. And I've said this before, I'll say it again. I think LSU wins the football game, and I think LSU wins the football game with what they do offensively. Now, how's that going to look? We'll break it down right now. Make sure you are subscribed right here to the On3 YouTube channel. Also, want to make sure y'all know, a hard count, this segment brought to you by our friends over at Prize Picks. $5 in lineups gets you $50 in promo funds. Got a square that we like a lot for you a little bit later in the segment, but just, again, $5 in lineups. Using code HARDCOUNT, whether we win or we don't win, but we plan to win $50 in promo funds to max out the rest of your college football Saturday. So here's who LSU wants to be. They want to punch you in the face and then throw it over your head. And so how this is going to look in this game, now don't get it twisted, the best matchup I think from a unit perspective, the entire Week 9 slate, is the LSU offense against that A&M defensive line, specifically the offensive line with Will Campbell and company. Like in this spot, we talk a lot about in the big moments, like coaches go to their best players and they rely on personnel. That's 100% true. Y'all, as much as we think that Garrett Nussmeier is one of the better, if not the best quarterback in the SEC, Quinn Ewers obviously in that conversation. Of course, Carson Beck's in that conversation. But you can make a case for Garrett Nussmeier with what he's doing offensively right now at LSU. The best player on this entire LSU roster, the player that we drafted the highest, is Will Campbell. He's out here catching alligators for NIL deals, like the dude's just a psychopath. They're going to give that offensive line every opportunity to dictate terms to the Texas A&M defensive line. Now, what I think is going to happen here, Caden Durham, he's going to have a massive, massive role in this game. The young back they've kind of stumbled upon. He's kind of taken on a larger role really since the South Carolina game. You hope he's healthy and ready to go. They're going to push the line of scrimmage and give him opportunities on first and second down to set up what we would call third and manageable, right? I mean, you hear that all the time. What does that mean? It just means like third not that far, okay? 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and where if we're the defense, we are guessing as to what you can call there. We can run it, we can pass it, whole playbook's open. So when that happens now, setting up some third down situations where the A&M defense is caught guessing, and while obviously that's an advantage for the offense with how flexible you can be, the key thing within that is you don't let Nick Scorton, the Texas A&M defensive end and avenger, essentially, you don't let him pin his ears back and rush the passer. Now, on third down, someone to watch for, Aaron Anderson. I mean, he's like all of 5'8" or so. He is a jitterbug in the slot. They love to go to him on third down. So watch him in this game. I think when you find LSU in those situations, he's going to be a guy they're going to go to a lot, especially on those out-breaking routes. So watch Garrett Nussmeier in that situation. So here's what it comes down to. If Caden Durham can set the table, what we said at the top of this thing, they're going to give their skill players in the perimeter every chance to then go win the football game for them. All right? Obviously, the offensive line's the tone setters, but to really maximize that tone, to really maximize on the ability to move the line of scrimmage, you go to Garrett Nussmeier and you allow him to spin it. And this isn't just like my opinion. Like we've seen this of LSU throughout the course of this season. His lowest attempt number in a game, 34. Okay, that is the lowest total attempts he's had in the game to this point in the year. Translation, they like him to dictate the overall terms of the game at the end of this thing. So, throughout the course of the season now, as much as they have trusted him to throw the football, they've also trusted him to push the ball downfield. Right now, they're averaging 8 yards a pass. That's up there when it comes to some of the top in the country. So, I think they're going to equip him to try and maximize these matchups with Kyron Lacey on the perimeter. And I'll say this too about A&M. As much as I love that defensive line, and I do love that defensive line, I think that we have seen now on multiple occasions, whether it be against Florida, whether it be against Arkansas, whether it be against Missouri, and not all of those plays counted that they had to call back against Missouri, but like there have been visible issues with the A&M secondary in terms of being out of position. Now, that doesn't mean that's going to be the case in this game, but it is something to just watch for here. If you're an LSU fan or just watching this game, period, A&M has had issues at times playing assignment sound football. If that happens in this spot, Garrett Nussmeier will take advantage of it. So here's the deal. At the end of the day, man, I think Garrett Nussmeier and the confidence he's playing with, the confidence that he has earned to play with from spots where they battled back in South Carolina, battled back at home against Ole Miss, like he's continuing to trend upward. So I think they equip him and quite frankly, empower him to have his say on this game, push the ball downfield, and they end up winning the football game because of what he does after LSU pushes the ball, or pushes the line of scrimmage up front, rather, by running the football. So, the prize pick square that we love here. Caden Durham, we mentioned him. We mentioned how A&M's had some issues at times against the explosive play. I think that the square for him that we love is longest rush, 15.5 yards. A little bit low for me. So we'll take the more there. Again, code HARDCOUNT, $5 in lineups. You get $50 in promo funds just for playing. Again, Caden Durham, longest rush. We'll take the more, and we'll make sure we enjoy our winnings afterwards, all right? Appreciate y'all. Let me know what you think about this game. Let me know your keys to the game in the comment section. Also, follow me on the socials, at JD Pickell on Twitter and on Instagram. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Going to keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.